The guide. Is the Earth a sphere or flat? Believe it or not, this is entirely inconsequential. The absent truth behind this matter is the cornerstone. If the Earth is a sphere, orbiting the Sun, it emerged from a colossal explosion that occurred around 14 billion years ago. This implies that it came into existence accidentally. Consequently, the theory of evolution is correct, and humanity is nothing more than a perishable entity, just like the rest of the creatures. There is no other life, no paradise, no hell, no judgment, no reckoning. Therefore, the life we lead holds no meaning. What's the significance of a student striving for education and knowledge if the final exam is a fiction? However, if we inhabit a flat Earth, then this Earth must have a creator. This is something they cannot admit. Some posit that the reason for this grand deception is to retain control over us. Slaves should not know the truth. And we are their slaves. They do not grant us genuine knowledge or understanding. Hence, we suffer from a severe deficiency in critical thinking and independent thought. Researchers who contemplate the possibility of a flat Earth are not fools or ignoramuses. They are ordinary individuals who managed to break free from mental programming. They embarked on a journey of free thought, distancing themselves from the conventions and assumptions instilled in them since childhood. They leapt beyond the barriers of thought and deception through doubt and questioning. They are individuals who have opened their eyes and minds. Do you recall how, in the beginning, we wondered about the reasons behind the covert agents deceiving us with this illusion that persisted for 5 centuries, altering people's genuine understanding of the Earth and the universe? We posited 2 causes. The first being the embezzlement of nations' funds under the guise of space programs. And the second, what we postponed discussing. Well, the time has come now. If we had begun to comprehend, or at least question, the reality of the Earth on which we reside, it signifies that a frightening door has swung open. If they deceived us and presented us with that grand falsehood, undoubtedly there is an even greater hidden truth. They persuaded us that we inhabit the surface of a trivial sphere in a bewildering space, resulting from the explosion of an atom. They convinced us that we evolved from bacteria to bony fish, then amphibians, followed by primordial reptiles, then primates, and finally, rational and thoughtful humans. They persuaded us that we are incredibly insignificant, and that humanity is not worthy of the honor bestowed upon it by God. But where is God in their calculations, considering everything supposedly emerged by chance? And most importantly, to whom does conscience belong them? Who are those who concealed the Son of Truth from us? And how were they able to execute a plan that persisted for centuries? Are they immortal beings? The puppeteer behind them, the one who controls them with invisible threads, is eternal. This entity detests humanity and belittles its worth. It perpetually tempts humans to stray from the immutable truth, guiding them into mazes of deceit and illusion. It convinces them that everything is a result of chance, an astonishing chance believed only by complacent minds. However, the minds that seek truth relentlessly chase after every ray of light to find guidance and arrive at the reality of the Earth upon which we were born. These minds are played upon by doubt, yet they lack neither keenness, knowledge, nor awareness. They understand that they possess a robust guide, through whom falsehood cannot prevail, whether from ahead or behind. Everyone who attempts to refute it fails. So why not heed its guidance? When you begin to realize that you are a victim of a grand deception, and that the Earth upon which we live is not a trivial sphere in an immense cosmos, everything will appear in a logical and compelling order. You will finally recognize that you have glimpsed the truth, and that you were not convinced throughout your life by fabricated facts that were imposed on the world until they became a vast prison called common beliefs. Allah, the Almighty, states, "Do not those who disbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were a closed-up mass, then we opened them out? And we made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe?" Meaning, the heavens and the earth were joined together and Allah opened them apart, creating a space between them. So why did Allah differentiate the earth while it is just a planet among billions of planets? He also says, And he has cast into the earth firmly set mountains, lest it shift with you, and made rivers and roads, that you may be guided. Have you ever contemplated the word shift? The term shift signifies the inclination both rightward and leftward. It is said that when a ship inclines, it signifies its swaying and leaning towards one side, causing it to tilt. Have you ever witnessed a sphere tilting in your lifetime? No, for what tilts is the level surface. Now, if we were to consider living upon a spherical entity, how then does Allah command us to orient ourselves towards the sacred masjid, the Kaaba? So turn your face toward al-Masjid al-Haram, sacred masjid. Which sacred masjid do Muslims face in the United States? However, Muslims in Egypt, situated just steps away from Mecca, cannot possibly orient themselves towards the sacred masjid if we lived on a spherical earth. They would instead be facing the expanse of space. Moreover, there is the narration about the inhabited house, which Allah has designated as the heavenly Kaaba, where 70,000 angels perform pilgrimage every day. The inhabited house exists as a masjid in the heavens, aligned with the Kaaba's direction. If the earth were spherical, how could this house be directly above the Kaaba? This question becomes even more profound if one considers Allah's verse. They may not listen to the exalted assembly of angels and are pelted from every side. This verse informs us that the jinn used to ascend into the heavens and listen to the discussions of the higher assembly until access to the heavens was forbidden to them. And we used to sit therein in positions for hearing, but whoever listens now will find a burning flame lying in wait for him. How did the jinn ascend into the aimless void of space to reach the heavens? There is no wonder if this question has ever crossed your mind. It is one of the logical inquiries that we have pondered over with utmost respect. The celestial realm is remarkably close, and the universe itself is but a vast expanse that Allah has magnified and designated as the cradle of humanity. Therein you will live, and therein you will die, and from it you will be brought forth. This expanse is enclosed by a protective vault, impervious except by divine command. You will not pass except by authority from Allah. So, how then did we come to believe in the existence of spacefarers? What if one were to meet their demise in space? Would this then render the Quran false? Allah, exalted in His majesty, is beyond measure. Indeed, Allah has unequivocally informed us that we reside upon a flat expanse. Yet, our intellects have veered, as the Almighty declared, and after that He spread the earth. This denotes its flattening and leveling. Furthermore, He asserted, and the earth, we have spread it. If someone were to assert that Allah used words to convey comprehension to the Bedouins of that time, analogous to His statement, and at the earth, how it is spread out, it would be misguided. The Quran was revealed for every era and location, so it is unreasonable that Allah would merely refer to the visible part of the earth. The preceding verse speaks about the entire sky, and at the sky, how it is raised. How then could Allah speak exclusively about a fraction of the earth? And why does He assign such grandiosity to it, if it were a mere planet? This recurring error among Muslim scholars is the endeavor to harmonize religion with science, thereby succumbing to the deceptions crafted by malevolent forces, swaying the general populace. When NASA presents an image of the moon's surface up close, revealing signs of ancient bonding, we raise our voices in awe, glorifying the truth of the Quran, which foretold the splitting of the moon. Does the Quran await such images for validation? Is Allah incapable of restoring the moon to its original image after its cleaving? They expound upon the matter as if a mason had chiseled a wall and then repaired it, likening the narrative to that of a patched wall. What fabrication have we come to embrace? And did we genuinely accept that we dwell upon a sphere, when Allah Almighty proclaims, and Allah has made for you the earth an expanse? Reevaluate your calculations and delve into the true interpretation of the term those that run and disappear. Consider how the Almighty proclaimed, and we did not create the heaven and earth and that between them in play. The evidence from the Quran is abundant, necessitating a dedicated tome. All of it solidifies the fact that we do not inhabit the surface of that trifling sphere they've duped us with, completing theories of evolution and others that align with a singular aim, negating the existence of the God, asserting that everything came about by chance. However, the God they profess is a falsehood. The truth is far removed from their assertion. As Allah states, "Rather, we dash the truth upon falsehood, and it destroys it, and thereupon it departs. And for you is destruction from that which you describe." Allah Almighty is truthful.